Federal High Court in Abuja has reserved judgment in a case filed by the All Progressive Congress against the Independent National Electoral Commission concerning the local government election in Rivers State. The APC is seeking a ruling that INEC must follow the provisions of the 1999 Constitution and the Electoral Act of 2022 before releasing the voter register to the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission. The APC argues that the conditions for the local government elections in Rivers State were not met. At the hearing, other parties, including the Social Democratic Party and Boot Party, sought to join the case. Godi Uche, SAN, presented a motion for a change of counsel and withdrawal of the suit on behalf of the Rivers APC. However, Joseph Daudu, SAN, representing the APC national body, urged the court to grant their reliefs. INEC and Rivers State representatives challenged the court's jurisdiction, arguing that the case should be heard by the Federal High Court in Rivers, not Abuja Vacation Court. After hearing all arguments, Justice Peter Alifo reserved judgment with a date to be communicated later. Ugochukwu, what do you have to say to this story?
The intricacies in the Nigerian politics have started. Particularly in Rivers State. Yes, and some other states as we go on. So, politics, they say, is local, but interwoven. Because the crisis you see emanating in one, brewing in one state or in one particular political party, before you know it, it festers. Just like you have, that Labour Party have been embroiled in so many crises since after the general elections. And also the PDP are still managing theirs. So to show you that the political space in Nigeria, I think those who crisscross in between the political parties are really not to be blamed, because the nature of our politicking, the dynamism of our political parties seems to be the same. So even the one you think is a very small party, like in Rivers State now, you know that the APP is being repositioning themselves as the mother party. So you see the crisis and people now that are bickering for one position or the other. We're beginning to hear the names of their chairman, publicity secretary, and other, but who knows APP before? So this is what we know in the Nigerian political space. So what is happening in APC in Rivers State should not surprise anyone. That's where I'm coming from. So once a party begins to gain prominence, or there is money to be shared, or one influential traditional Nigerian politicians, as I call them, happens to find himself in that political party, those crises and the bickering for position, seeking for favor and all those things begins to play out. So in what is happening in APC in Rivers State is following the 1999 Constitution, there should be update of the voters register by INEC, because the state sects are not entitled to enroll. They have not made it their own constitutional duty to enroll within the citizens, within their political space, within their jurisdictional space, as in Rivers State, for them to now register the Rivers citizens that will vote.
They have to get all that from INEC.
They now have to rely on INEC. So, and they have no, after the 2023 general elections, there have not been voters registration update, and which voters list is INEC going to turn out? Is it those that were used in the general elections? Because you have three months to the elections in Rivers State at the max. You also have the process that I have always posited, that when Governor Samuel Fubara came into office, he knew that he was stepping into an electioneering year for the local government. The handover note was given to him, and having been part and parcel of the Nyesom Wike administration, he wouldn't say he's not aware. So for him to have not conducted the elections as at when due still beats my imaginations. So in what APC has gone to the courts to ask for is apt, because the Constitution makes provision for the rejigging of the registration of voters before an election is conducted, so that they will know those who are say active, those who are not inactive, and those who were 17 years as of 2023 and have not been allowed to enroll to participate in an election that will take place in Rivers State in 2024. So if you go by that argument, you find out that the APC Rivers State have the locus. Don't want to know the faction now, because for the Boot Party and SDP to be joined, as a reminder, you have known we are in Rivers State here. I'm aware. Let me not say we. I'm aware of the kind of in-rule that the Boot Party has made itself an available tool in the hands of some politicians in Rivers State to destabilize the peace in the polity. So for Boot Party to ask to be joined in the suit, I don't know whether they are for or against. But from their antecedents and what we have known about them concerning the politics they play in Rivers State, they are coming to oppose what the APC is asking. They want to be joined as a reminder, as a rejoinder now, for them to say, oh, we are good with this particular, that the RISEC can go ahead with the elections, with the already existing voters register. And again, INEC on its own, you have seen now, INEC did not refute. They did not deny, they did not align with the position for which APC has gone to the court to restrain INEC from releasing the voters register as existed as of 2023 general elections. So INEC is only saying that the jurisdiction of the court for where which the case has been taken to is what is their concern, and which is left for the judge to decide. But from my own point of view, going by the 1999 Constitution and the Electoral Act as stipulated, APC that have gone to court to challenge and restrain INEC from releasing that, INEC should prove beyond every reasonable doubt why that particular Rivers State voters registration should be released to RISEC to conduct the elections in Rivers State forthcoming local government elections, Laurentia.
All right, but a mild drama played out in court. You know,
okay, yes,
where the APC Rivers State, a council representing APC Rivers State, sought to withdraw the suit, while another council also was insisting on Joseph Dauda, representing for APC state. National, was saying that the court has to grant, was urging the court to grant their relief. So now there is a mild drama here. It appears that the APC Rivers State is not in synchrony with the APC national body. What do you have to say to that?
You know, I lost that in my thought because I had to paint a lot of picture for people to understand why the APC is in court. So that is the third leg to the expose you just read. So that is why what I've made in my first statement, that the political space in Nigeria is the same. This is what we saw played out in the PDP. This is what played out in the PDP. So you will now find out where the national is playing to defend, claiming that they have the right, that it is within their jurisdiction and purview to defend any action or any litigation that is brought under APC or PDP national, whether it's national, state, or local government. The National Executive Council has the overbearing influence and has the locus to go and represent or appoint a council to go and sit for APC whichever capacity. But
then in the PDP matter, you recall that the court ruled in favor of the PDP state.
That is what I'm saying.
The court said that the state has a right, the state legal council
has a right
to represent the state.
But the court cannot, you know what, in those who really formulated the Electoral Act in Nigeria. Nigerian politicians are smart. So if you look at those who formulated those type of things, they want to play the supremacy game, to lord it over. So it boils down to going to the constitution of the party to now find out the letters written in black and white, who is to appoint a legal representation. And even if the state has the locus to also appoint, has the federal, there's the national body also have the same prerogative to send somebody to go and see what is happening there, as to bring out a feedback, or are they going to get correspondence from the state? So it is left for the APC state, because those who has taken the matter to court is the APC, as represented by Tony Okocha as the CTC chair.
So apparently now, what is playing out could be that the APC State Council was speaking or is speaking on behalf of the Emeka Beke faction.
That's where I'm coming to.
They are seeking to withdraw the suit.
Of course.
While the APC National Council
is insistent.
Because the National, in the first instance, have said, you know, against the backdrop of the court judgment, the APC National came out to say that they do not recognize Emeka Beke. So in this, with the melodrama that played out, in your opinion, the Joseph Daudu was representing the APC national body, which is standing behind or is in support of Tony Okocha's court case.
And they are the people that brought the case to INEC.
While the state's council is from the Emeka Beke faction, hence he's urging the court to withdraw the case.
Yes, so that is where we are, and that tells you. I told you on this on this forum that Emeka Beke can brag as much as he can parade his court case certificate, but what is happening in Edo State is what is going to play out. This is Nigerian politics. The national will starve him of funds, not take any correspondence from him, just like Obaseki is not taking any correspondence.
Do you think that Emeka Beke actually needs the national funds?
Emeka Beke, no, because he's already gotten what he wanted, because he is supporting Similaya Fobara.
So in your opinion, the governor will be funding him?
No, the governor has been funding him, not is. He has been funding him. He has been funding even before the court judgment. That is why the court judgment is emanating from the state. And the good thing, the Tony Okocha group has already appealed, and which he even on I listened to Tony Okocha, which I stated here on national television. I listened to him on your sister radio station, where he said that he knows that the state judgment will not be in his favor, that he is already disposed to welcome it. However it comes, while he's already preparing his ground to go and appeal, and which he hopes that the appeal will favor him. So until the appeal comes, Emeka Beke can dance in the market square as much as he can. He can fraternize with the PDP, which they're also accusing the Tony Okocha of also playing and romancing with the FCT minister who is of PDP. So both of them are birds of the same feather. So you cannot say it's neither here nor there. So none of them can accuse the other conscientiously of what they are doing, because they are also dipping their hands in the same pot and dancing to the same musical tune. So until a higher court vacates the lower court's order, we now know where the pendulum will swing as far as who is in charge of APC Rivers. But as it stands now,
there is a court judgment backing Emeka Beke up.
No,
whether the APC national body likes it or not, that court judgment stands.
That's what I'm saying.
Emeka Beke is the recognized
APC until, and if you have listened to Tony Okocha's press statements over time, these few weeks, he has been saying that he's now making his press statement as a member and the founding father of APC.
And no more as a CTC.
And he has consciously removed that from whatever press statement as he's making now, in order not to run contrary to the court order until the higher court, which is appeal court, decides he will now either step in or know his fate going forward.
If we are to borrow a leaf from the PDP judgment in favor of the State Council,
yes, of PDP state,
your guess is as good as mine.
No, it cannot be as good as yours, because the party constitutions are different. So it is also meant for the APC, either the Emeka Beke-led APC, to go and challenge the constitution in court to now know who has the locus for the legal representation
to represent
APC, whether national or reverse. Okay. Whether the national body, the national as constituted, has the constitutional backing to send the legal representation, or also have a legal backing for the state to have a representation, and also for the national, who is the superior body and the mother body, who sends delegates to go and supervise congresses in the states. A state cannot wake up and say, we want to have a state congress. A state congress and those who has emerged as state executive of political parties are products that will go and now elect the national body. So one fragment of that, one fraction of that body, which cumulates into the national election, cannot override the supremacy of the national. Right. So what I'm saying is that it is yet to be seen if APC constitution stipulates that the national body oversees or that there is a shared responsibility as who does what when it comes to any particular issue. Without that, the national as the parent body who overlords what happens in the state, who has the power to suspend, who has the power to withdraw any statutory power they have given to any state, has the legal right, has the constitutional backing to also make such legal input in what happens in APC in Rivers State. So also other states in Nigeria.
All right.